But that's all right. It's me and you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
Jimmy, my partner and I are expecting our second child, another boy. Do you think Gary is a good name for a child? It's kind of a fun story about a guy running a big business, and then it becomes an excellent story when you realise that man was John Lennon. And he had 5 years at home with his kid. He didn't know he was going to fucking die 3 years later, but he had all that time at home, just focusing on what was important. That's why you should have a kid, and that's why you shouldn't call it Gary.
There we go. Hi, guys. By the way, we put up the background for this movie today. We're going to do 3 Days to Kill, and it stars Kevin Costner and what's the little girl's name again? I always forget.
Hailee
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld.
Yeah, that's it. Steinfeld.
Steinfeld.
She's a gifted, talented young lady. I thought she was
Yeah, she is.
wonderful in this film. I thought she was even better in True Grit. And she's apparently like a little pop singer. She does pop music. And it's not bad. It's not, it's better than Katy Perry, in my opinion, but it still falls into that bubblegum pop type stuff that kids listen to. But she actually is, if she's not doing the writing, someone's a good writer that's working with her then, because it's not bad lyrics. She's a sweet little girl. I think she's really like cute as a button, and she's a good little actor. And the shocking thing is it also has Amber Turd in it. And of course, you can see that represented on the background we have here, because that is the very lovely Amber Turd. She's all shiny and purty. I fucking hate that.
Polish, would you say?
Polished, yes. And again, I hate that fucking bitch. The only thing that ever bothers me about this movie is the fact that one, Amber Turd is in it, but that I feel it was treated unfairly by critics and audiences alike in places like Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, yes, the like for the film is double that of what the critics were, which were only at 27%. But the film deserves better than 43% by the audience score. I don't understand that one at all. And
Well-
you see it, a lot of splat reviews. Then you get some good reviews, then you get some crappy reviews, and kind of middle of the road thing. And I don't know what the hate is for, because this is your typical fucking action film that has good action in it. It's got some great comedy in it. And what's the hate for? I don't understand what the hate is for in this.
Well,
And is it an attack on McGee? I don't understand that.
Are these old reviews or more recent?
Some of these are from this last year.
Yeah, then it's Amber Turd.
Yeah, this is
Damaging this
last
movie.
year.
Oh no.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
Come on,
the-
Martin.
No.
People are like that.
She's not been named in the reviews.
Doesn't matter.
I
Well,
think that's a
may
bold
have a
statement.
point. I think it is bold, but she may be onto something, because there's so much hatred for her that people could come on and be laying down some hate for her.
They do that.
That's interesting. What do you guys think in the audience? Do you think that might be why it's got such a low review with the audience? See, I think it might also be McGee, because McGee, first of all, get a fucking name. I cannot stand. Look, the only persons allowed to use a single name, and Bono's not in there. Fuck that guy. I can't stand him. Sting and Seal. Everybody else, use your real. And by the way, Seal is his name. Sting is a nickname that Gordon Sumner got. And by the way, if you ever watch the movie, Martin, Anima, because you and I, we're going to do this movie at some point. Sting's movie, Bring on the Night. which is a very good documentary with some drama in it and comedy, is when Branford Marsalis, the great saxophonist, finds out what Sting's real name is, and he starts calling him Gordy, and you can tell Sting doesn't like it.
Gary, I think you're fully qualified to answer this.
Why shouldn't it be a child called Gary? Oh, I don't know. I like the name Gary, but if I name like I named my middle son, he got my name. His name is Sean Patrick Jerry, and I pronounced it Jerry to piss my dad off because I want you to hand that name down. I said, you had a fucked up life with your name, and then you gave it to me, and you gave me one of the biggest headaches of my fucking life. Of being named Gary with it spelled that way. And every single fucking person in the world not understanding that and wanting to call me Jerry. And I don't like being called Jerry. I really don't. I don't get mad when people call me that. Leslie Jones, oh my God, that bitch. Good God, what are you bringing her up for? What's that for? What's that one?
Hello, Jeff.
Before it, where's it at? I'm not seeing it.
No. I think it was has to do with something that you said.
Jeff, do me a favor, buddy. Let me know what that was in reference to, because I'd love to dig into that, because I can't stand that bitch. Exactly. This is a romp. That's what this movie is. Thank you. Good use of language there. Romp. Are you talking about Amber Turd? Yeah, her character.
Yes, of course.
She's ridiculous. You were asking if the crowd can tank a movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, there you go.
Look at Snorri. Now he wants a snack.
Seal sounds like nom 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 nom. I put that little video together because look, man, I love Jimmy Carr. I fucking love that dude. He's one of the most based comedians out there. Not the most based, but he's one of the most based comedians going. And I fucking love when he says shit like that, because he loves hecklers. He has a passion because he likes, just like I do, I like working with you guys. I like talking with you guys. This show's about information, yes, reviews, yes, love for film, but it's also my love of talking to you guys, and dealing with some of the stuff that you're saying, and I love that Jimmy Carr made his entire career off of that, doing stand-up and inviting people to heckle him, because he loves taking part, and he gets some. I mean, he's one of the quickest witted dudes I think I've ever seen. Like his retorts are some of the best retorts I've ever heard. And I love it when he handles a heckler that won't shut the fuck up and is being an asshole. And, you know, he'll fuck with them until they get escorted out. And as they're on the way out, he will once again zing them one more time before they go out the door. And then what does he do? Right as they're at the door, he goes, well, once you sober up, I hope you come back and have a good time. Oh my God, that's great stuff. It's weird that y'all aren't calling me Max Damon. We don't see you as Max Damon. I looked at that and I thought that's you because that looks like your avatar. But YouTube has fucked you and doesn't allow you to use your nickname. Instead, it uses what your channel is. And it's fucking stupid. So, welcome to the show, Max. Good to see you, man. It's been a few weeks.
Max Damon.
Yeah. Max Damon. Yeah, there we go. Carr is not base. He fully acknowledges that he attacks Christians, but not Muslims, because Christians won't shoot back. Did he actually? I've never seen him do that. Has he attacked Christians? I hope he stopped that shit because that'll piss me off.
Well, that appears to be the global sport these days.
But he has been going after England and its stances with Islam and the left. The secret is out. Mark Kermode in The Guardian gave the film 1 star out of 5, describing it as pitiful. Well, look, I know Mark Kermode, okay, and I helped him make his Blade Runner documentary, and he's a nice guy, but I don't give two shits for his politics. And if he doesn't like this kind of film, that's a preferential thing because I don't think he's a fair critic. I really don't. I think that he's kind of shitty to movies like this, action films with some comedy. Um, he tends to focus on certain kinds of films. That's why he likes making documentaries about certain kinds of films, including the one I helped him on with Blade Runner, which I'm proud that I helped him with that and that he got that done. It's a very good documentary. On the edge of Blade Runner, there's even I get a credit at the end, a thank you credit, because I helped him. Then the cocksucker misspelled my name. I follow his reviews, and I got to be honest, I don't give two shits for his reviews. I really don't. But I do like it when he has a lot of knowledge because he's packed full of knowledge, and he will start talking about films. Like he made a great documentary on The Exorcist, great documentary, and I love the documentary he made for Blade Runner. He really does know his shit, but when it comes down to reviewing, I really don't care for his opinion. He routinely ties Christians and Christianity. It's one of his more common themes. I don't know how I've not seen this dude because I watch his show 9 out of 10 Cats, and I've watched a lot of his comedy on. Well, I don't watch his whole routines. I watch the clips that are in my feed over on Facebook and occasionally on YouTube. And I've never seen that. Can you do me a favor, Alpha? Can you get one for me? You know, one of them. I would deeply appreciate it, man, because I really like to judge people fairly. I like to be fair in my assessments of what they're doing, and
Okay.
I was unaware of that.
So
Christians don't shoot back. He obviously hasn't visited the Appalachians lately.
Well, okay.
Yeah, he better watch his shit here in the United States. What's that, buddy? Martin, you sound like you're trying
yes,
to
I
say
want to
something.
spread my opinion on this movie on in general. I mean,
Okay.
you can see right away. Luc Besson wrote this. You can see.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And now
It
here's
has
the
all the telltale
like,
points and devices that he likes. Yeah.
now hear me out. I like his movies. I know all the defects that they have, but what you have to understand is Luc Besson, he writes like a overly excited kid.
Yes, he does. Proof of
He's,
that,
yeah,
Fifth Element.
yes, his movies are always beautifully shot, but they are an exaggerated caricature over a grandiose thing that are not based in physical reality at all. If you can
Yeah, he doesn't
understand,
worry about
yeah,
that.
if you can understand that that's the kind of fantasy that you're looking at, everything's okay.
Yep.
And this movie has so much of that. Oh man, there are so much thing here that is plainly wrong, but I don't care. I still like the movie. What can I say? For example, when you see Ethan shooting through the roof a plaque of like what 10 inches of concrete and a 9 mil is going through that, you say, okay, I'm gonna believe that the weapon can do this. But afterward, he shoots the albino in the leg with the same gun. That leg should have vaporized.
Yeah, because like I tell people all the time as a paramedic, I've seen a lot of fucking gunshot wounds. A lot. I will tell you the worst I ever saw, and it ended up in one of my scripts, The New Vikings, with the one I wrote with my buddy Mac. And Mac, my big complaint about that script is how a lot of his comedy is really Kevin Smithy, and I don't like it. I like his writing, but I don't like it when he goes Kevin Smith in the scripts. He has some really stupid gags in the story that I think are funny, but not the funny that I'm trying to write. I don't want to write a straight up comedy. I want to write a story that has comical overtones and have more realistic comedy based on shit that's happened. And all the funny things that I wrote into the script were based on shit that happened between me and my two friends. And he would always do this shit. And it's Kevin Smith and Luc Besson have that one thing in common, which is you can recognize their writing immediately. That's one thing they have in common. Two, I don't think you give two shits about
Verisimilitude? No.
the verisimilitude.
Oh.
There's no truth in anything they're doing. It is just fun. And I'm not a fan of Kevin Smith, but I've watched Clerks. And it's so funny because on Wednesday I was on with Zach's and the crew with Matt. And by the way, Matt's Foul Ball Production is going to be joining us in the near future because he really likes some of the films we're going to be doing. And I love hanging out with Matt. We don't always agree. And boy, Leon and him, oh man, Leon got pissed on Wednesday. You could tell he got worked up over something. But it was one of the funniest fucking rants I ever saw, Leon going ape shit over a subject that we were talking about. And we're basically doing the same thing we always do on his show, Zach's show, which is what are the best? Was fantasy action 1994 better than fantasy action 99? The best films that were voted into those categories. And I had trouble with some of them, because you can see me struggling because there's movies on both sides that I like and also equally films that I can't stand. But it was a fun show Wednesday, and I would like to have someone like Matt. I'd like to get Leon on, but Leon does shows at the same time we do. So Leon's probably never going to get to come on. And that breaks my heart because I really do like that guy. I like fucking with him too. And we went into this thing about Kevin Smith the other day. And it was fun because all of us were taking shots at him. And I'm like going, oh, wow, there's no fucking annoying Kevin Smith fans in this group. Because god damn, they can be really fucking annoying. And they're compliments of Kevin Smith. Like Chasing Amy, all those movies that he did. And I'm like,
I like Dogma. Not gonna lie.
Dogma is the one that I said I liked. I said, I saw Clerks. I saw what it was. I felt like I am that character, the one that wears his hat backwards that annoys me. His name almost came to me again. It's his.
No, it's not Silent J. It's Bob.
No, not
Jay.
The guy that hangs out with him in the no, not Jay. The guy that hangs out with him at work that works with him. That works in the video store. And I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like him because I get it. But I'm watching the film and it just annoyed Randall. Thank you, Max. Randall is the character because when he says that line in particular, he says, I hate people, but I love gatherings. I'm like, I've said something really close to that. I like going to parties and just kind of standing outside the group and just kind of watching everybody. It's fun, seeing people. And every once in a while, I'll interact with people. But overall, I just like watching people. I'm a voyeur when it comes to social situations, less active and more watching. And when I feel invited in or a moment where I can butt in to say something with somebody in a friendly way, I'll do that. But I tend to watch, and I'm like, I totally get that guy. I totally get Randall. And there are a lot of people.
And you were giving shit to Lon Chaney in The Wolfman for being a voyeur.
No, what he did was really fucking creepy.
I know. I'm fucking
don't
with
get
you.
me wrong. I have like, when I was 7, I was 7 in living in Phoenix, and Troy and his little brother Eric and I were hanging out in the apartments there at Camelback, and we walked by this window. The curtains were open. We're just walking right by, and there were these girls getting dressed together, talking, and we stopped and we looked, and I got my ass beat for it. But they didn't stop. They saw us and they just kind of showed us their titties. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, and then like, we didn't know what to do. We were like deer in headlights, literally, figuratively, literally, figuratively. Amber is the worst part of this film. I don't like her character at all. I think they could have absolutely gotten somebody better for this role.
If I may, I think that's the worst incongruence in the film, because, okay, you see her here. She's highly professional, highly serious. She's not an appearances person. She had to assume that person in order to manipulate Ethan's character. But at the end, when you see her for the last time, she should have been seen like this again, not as a fake character.
Are you talking at the end when she's standing on the cliff looking
Yeah.
over at him?
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I thought that was a weird situation. I felt what would have been better is if there was a drone watching and she was watching from a distance. Would have been a better ending to me. It felt, her character is the most incongruous character in the movie. She doesn't really make much sense. She's the device that's used to get him to do what he needs to do, and in order to get the cure for his disease. And that's really all she is. She's a device. She's not a real character in the film.
No, she's just there to make things sexy, if you find that sexy.
And she's not sexy. I know
no,
sexy.
But that's her looks are all she has. She can't act. So
I worked the door at a bar in Fairbanks. It was like watching Wild Kingdom. And I'm assuming that's Fairbanks, Alaska. So yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that, Max. I've worked doors too, and I worked that in Virginia, and like the worst thing you had is like one obnoxious drunk a night that you got to escort out. Critic Glenn Kenny wrote his review of the film, quote, "From the get-go, you know what kind of tripe kill is the over-determined, overblown, over-designed type of Euro trash action movie, if you will. And you know what? Euro trash movies can be fun. What was that one that he did with the jumping on buildings? Shit.
Oh, Banlieue 13.
That one. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
It's dumb as shit.
The sequel, not so much, and the American remake was shit.
I didn't watch that either. I'm not interested too often in the remakes. The one remake I gave, a little bit of credit to was the remake of La Femme Nikita, which is called Point of No Return, which I thought was an okay film. It's not great, but it was good. I enjoyed it. And who doesn't enjoy looking at Bridget Fonda? She's just so gorgeous.
When she was the Bridget Fonda.
Well, when she was single. After she married Danny Elfman, and Scientology took her life over.
Look, it's Billy Corrigan.
I don't know who this guy is, but he's creepy in this movie.
I like him as an actor. He has been on one of the X-Men. I think it was First Class.
I hated her death.
Oh,
I hated her death. But it's a cool scene, but I hated it.
Well,
he has this thing that he likes to decapitate people. That's his thing.
With big objects.
Yeah, with other objects, watching it happen. He enjoys that. He's a psychopath. Come on, I just put this up.
Oh.
In the reading description of the film, I almost thought I might actually have seen it, but I realized it was another Costner CIA film. I like the film Criminal too. And for what it's worth, I actually enjoyed the film he did with Captain Kirk, Chris Pine, where he's supposed to be Jack Ryan. And I think that's the movie, Jack Ryan. But look, man, he's not Greer, and Chris Pine is not Jack Ryan. And but I still enjoyed the film. I just tried to pretend it was not Jack Ryan when I watched it. Let's see what's the next one. Glenn Kinney sounds pretentious. There's a lots of Euro trash action movie. You goddamn right, Alpha. You goddamn right. And you know what? It is a genre. And fuck people who shit on it. You know, Euro trash action movies can be fun. I enjoyed the crap out of that the first Taxi film. I haven't seen any of the other ones. Again, Luc Besson. Luc Besson has a genre that he's pretty much created, and I fucking love it. It started with La Femme Nikita.
Dude.
Dude.
Wasabi.
Oh, fucking love Wasabi. I also like this scene where he's got to figure out what to do here. They're up above him, and he just starts shooting through the ceiling. These fucking guys.
That
They shoot
shootout
back
was
at him.
insane.
But he can hear where they're at.
Mhm.
They can't hear where he's at. They can only assume where the shots are coming from. And I agree with you. I think Glenn Kinney is a bit of a pretentious snob. And you get that. I also think Kermode is too. And I like Kermode, okay? But I'm going to be honest. I said this to fucking Roger Ebert to his face, that I considered him a film snob. It's like, I'm not going to compare this movie to Gone with the Wind. I'm going to compare it to other films in this genre. That's how you review a film. For those that don't know, you don't review a film based off of greater films. You review them off the same genre. Like, does it work within that genre? It's like, I don't like that genre. Well, then don't review that fucking genre. If you don't like the genre, why are you reviewing it? I don't understand critics that fucking do that shit. Hey, Six, how are you doing? Hi.
Hey, 6. Hello. It's good to see you twice this week. Oh, man. This is Christmas again.
And
He
by
was
the
with
way,
us.
somebody shared a video with me the other day through, and I didn't know you could do that through, SMS, through phone messaging. Like they've upgraded doing texting where it's almost like chatting in Facebook or X. And I hadn't listened to this band in a long time, and I'm wondering if Six is a fan. Is Susie and the Banshees? Anybody remember that band?
No.
No? I always enjoyed them. They were kind of emo, with the makeup and shit. But I really enjoyed the music. And
You said the Banshees. I can only think of a bunch of clones of Yoko
well,
Ono.
first of all, it's spelled so weird. It's spelled with an S. It starts Susie, but the Z part is with an X. So it's Susie and the Banshees. And they were kind of a big band. Yeah, there you go. Max gets it. Yeah. I can love that band. It's Six did. She loved that band too. Awesome.
Never heard of him.
Go check them out. Just listen to them. Don't look at them. Listen to the music, and because they are freaky looking sometimes. I mean, look how bad. Look how bad. What's their name? Boys Don't Cry band. Oh shit.
The Cure. No.
Cure,
Yeah.
thank you. And it's so funny because my band. And by the way, somebody brought. It was Courtney brought somebody who knows and loves Keller Williams in his band, okay, and that I played in a band with him, and she wanted to hear the story of how we got our name, and I said, okay, I'll tell the story real quick, which is I'm sitting there and I was getting so fucking annoyed that we were doing like 4 fucking covers of The Cure. And don't get me wrong, the songs were okay, but I'm not a fan of The Cure back in the 80s. I was a straight up punk or
What?
new wave. Oh, no shit. Oh, that's why Brian sent it. Okay. That's why Brian sent that video. That makes sense. Okay. I don't read all the messages. They're always talking in this group I'm in. And with Brian and the gang, Christian's in there. And they're always talking about music usually. I usually pipe up when somebody needs something said by an asshole, and that's one of those things I'm good at. And I will make fun of something. But yeah, he posted that. Okay. That explains it. Yeah, The Cure, I didn't like him until Adam Sandler. When he did the movie 50 First Dates. You remember that movie?
Yeah, but how? I mean, how you could
Well,
how could you go through the 80s and not liking The Cure?
Because I was in a band that played too many of their songs and it annoyed me.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I get it.
She
I
wanted
get it.
to know how we got our name. And I said, we're sitting there talking and we're going over, like, I'm always making drum notes, like where my breaks are, because I don't know these songs. And I'm having to learn these songs. And so I'm writing down drum notes on how to, where I do my breaks, where we do an absolute break stop, and where I go into one of my drum patterns and then move into the next part of the song. And so you kind of do that out of practice. If you're a pro drummer, you do that. Although I saw a girl who's a pro drummer the other day on Drumeo with Anima. Do you remember that girl drummer the other day who had never heard this song before? And he tells her on Drumeo, he tells her, you might want to make some notes. And she goes, no, I don't need to make notes.
Oh, dude.
And I'm like, oh my God.
So lost. She was so lost in the beginning. But she all did it in her head because that's how she always was doing it. Taking notes was not a concept for her.
In her fucking head. She remembered each fucking break.
Yeah,
and the way
she
to do it.
all the timings, and she nailed it.
And this is her first time. She had like about an hour to do this. And by the end of it, she nailed this really complicated drum song. And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how did she do that without writing drum notes? Because she makes the notes in her head.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and it was
I'm smart.
It was such a joy to watch her, and you could tell in her face she knew exactly how many beats till the next change or pause or whatever.
Exactly, she knew exactly where every. Oh man, I couldn't believe it.
She was impressive.
I'll find it and share it with you after the show. Tears for Fears. I actually like Tears for Fears. And if you didn't know this, Phil Collins produced their last album and was on that last album. Woman in Chains is on it with Alita Adams, who I love her voice. I love her voice, Alita Adams. Yeah, I'm a big Tears for Fears fan, by the way, Gambit. Big Tears for Fears. One of the first 5 songs I learned on piano from rock stars, that somebody else wrote, was dun, 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 Head Over Heels. I learned that on piano. And I was watching this guy play the piano, and I realized he's playing it exactly in the same key of the song because he's playing it exactly the way I learned to play it. And I'm like, holy crap. I played that for you the other day, and I'm like, that guy's really good, isn't he? The dude with the little short curly hair. He did Howard Jones and Tears for Fears, a double play set. It was really fucking good.
So that
I need to get back to the chat here. What's that?
When he's combing and his hair gets stuck, he's got him by the shirt and curlies.
Oh my God, grabs him by the back of the fucking hair. I'm like, people don't know. When you fight, you're going to be grabbing shit. I grabbed the guy through his lip. I grabbed him thumb in the mouth on the outside of his teeth, and I grabbed him by his cheek and gripped like that and took him straight to the fucking ground. And let me tell you, that grown man cried when I was done with him. And it was because he was hassling a chick. And it pissed me off. I've never heard of this movie, but it's free to watch on YouTube. Be careful with watching those because sometimes they crop them. And in fact, I caught one today that pissed me off where they pulled a Martin and mirrored it. And then they had shitty audio too. Martin doesn't do that, but Martin does the flipping thing, which drives me up the wall sometimes. But I know you do it for a reason.
Yeah. I don't like doing it, to be honest.
No, I know you don't. Oh, wait, what was that spaghetti one? What was that? I'm sorry. I was going to another one and I didn't see the one that you already switched it. I learned today that the theme to Chariots of Fire is the same as On Top of Old Smoky or On Top of Spaghetti. I'm listening to it in my head. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that where the note goes up. Yeah, okay. Right when it goes up.
Here. When did 6 get in
no
here?
Yeah.
A while ago, we've been talking to her.
Well, yeah, I had to step away for a moment to deal with stuff. It's my dad's 70th birthday, for fuck's sake. You know that, Gary.
Oh, I thought that was his... Oh, it is the weekend. Sorry, guys.
Today.
I forgot what day it was.
So my family
Look,
group is kind of crazy today.
I don't have a day off. The closest thing to a day off I have is hanging out with Anima.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't have a day off. I have to hang out with Gary every day.
The minute she goes to bed, I'm back to working. So hold on, let me go back. I want to go back because I know I missed some stuff there. It's free on YouTube. But 6, absolutely. If you want a good copy of this, I can get you a good copy. Just get a hold of me through. Are you still on X? I don't know if you're on there because you kind of shut down for a bit. You know, your account.
Yeah, I think she's on and off on X.
Yeah. You're like my buddy Sean. Sean is so fucking weird. Like Sean, I've been friends with this guy for 30 years. And Sean does this thing, man, where him and his brother both, Sean and Chris, the McCombs, the crazy redhead friends I've got. And I mean, they are insane in a fun way. But they've done some crazy shit. I mean, I watched Sean set himself on fire and jump off a barn, you know, and my job was to make sure he didn't die. But Sean will be on Facebook for a little bit and he goes, man, I'm fucking sick of this shit. I can't stand it. And he shuts his account down. And then like a year goes by and he comes back for a little bit and he gets frustrated with Facebook again and shuts it down. And
she's on X. You can.
You are. Okay. All right, let me go up there. So, because I'm on my personal account, I don't really get on our X account for the channel very much. Only when I have to drop something off over there for somebody to know. X. There we go. Chat. God, I leave for a couple hours and there's already like a crap load of messages. 6. You're not popping up. There you go. Gotcha. There you go, 6. I sent you a special gift that comes from Martin, Anima, and me. Because we love you.
You better like it.
Do.
Well, I sent her a gift that says, we love you more than bacon.
Oh, yes.
But I'm a vegetarian.
Clearly, you love her more than bacon.
More than bacon.
Yes. You're making my point for me.
No, I've never had bacon in my life. So I cannot make this statement. I'm sorry.
Do you guys understand my frustration with my relationship with her? Her arguments sometimes are like this right here. Like, it doesn't matter if you've never had bacon. Oh my God, I love you, baby. Oh, whew. I gotta breathe. It made me actually laugh. Oh my gosh. So I sent you a gift. Let me know when you get it. All right. Did I miss any other big comments? Okay. I've
Yeah,
listened to
you have a
Everybody
star
Rules the
coming.
World, Head Over Heels, Shout by Tears for Fears before. There's one song by them that I did like, but holy crap. The other dude, and oh my God, his name is like right here in my head and I can't seem to remember it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It drives me crazy. It's from Donnie Darko. And I fucking love the movie Donnie Darko. I'm not going to do that show on this channel until we have a proper panel that loves that movie and knows how to break it down of what makes it so fucking great and how people.
Thank you for your confidence in me, Dick.
No, we need a bigger panel on this one to really dive into this movie. People who know this movie very well and love it. And I don't even know if Anima will like it. I love this movie because it plays on so many levels, including a spiritual level, that God exists in this movie. And it is the very essence that is trying to fix what went wrong. There's a rip in the fabric of time. And if it doesn't heal, the entire world can implode. And so through an act of God, something is sent through this rip to help this character fix it. Dude, I have a PhD in Donnie Darko. Absolutely. Max, if you want to come on and talk about that movie when we do it, and we're going to do it on a Saturday because I believe Saturday is the best day for science fiction. But there's real science in this movie. But on top of that, there's a real core to the story that people miss, that don't know how to look for those things. They're just watching the film as things happen and they're just going with it, with the movement. But sometimes movies are meant to be savored. Like, would you speed through eating beef bourguignon? No, you wouldn't. You would fucking savor it. This is that kind of movie. Donnie Darko is a film you need to savor and pay attention to everything that's happening within it. And boy, oh boy, Mac and I had so many, like 3 o'clock in the morning conversations drunk about that fucking movie. But, what is that song? I'm going to get so angry at myself when I see it. I'm going to go, fuck.
Oh, don't look back in anger.
There we go. It's Mad
When I
World.
was in high school.
It is called Mad World by Tears for Fears, but the best version of it was done by Gary fucking Jules. And I will share it to the audience so you guys can watch this thing.
Look who's here.
I can't. I'm doing something. Sorry. Who is it?
Sander Hammerschlag.
Oh, my goodness.
And when you're done, please take a look at the private chat.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it?
Yes, I'm going to do it. Sander, look very intently to your screen.
Howdy, folks. It's me, Colonel Sander.
There you go.
I edited out the S, and it's you. That was fun to do. All right, here we go. Control copy. And there you go, guys. If you want to hear Gary Jules' version of this song, you've never heard it before, I highly recommend this song. I think it's wonderful because the original version has percussion in it that I don't think belongs. Because when you hear it on piano, it has a completely different feel from the original. But I do like the original. Well, because I'm a fan of Tears for Fears. All right, going into the private chat. Oh, thank you. You guys can actually say it during the show.
I just did.
So it's
when
okay.
it came up.
What?
Well, I didn't hear you at all.
Oh, I didn't notice.
There we go. I just
yes,
rebooted.
It's the same director.
And yeah, I actually like McGee. He did the Charlie's Angels.
Oh no! He's talking about Donnie Darko and Southland Tales.
Oh,
Yes.
Donnie Darko. Okay. Yeah, he's a very esoteric filmmaker.
Yep.
I like Southland Tales, and I think that's probably one of the best films. If you want to see if he can act, Sean William Scott is good in that film. I am a fan of Sean William Scott. My favorite movie with him is still The Goon and its sequel. And you know what? I watched season 2. I didn't watch season 1. I watched season 2 of Lethal Weapon, and he should have been Riggs the whole fucking series. I fucking like Sean William Scott. So there's Mad World, guys, if you want to listen to it.
My favorite movie with him was, in fact, The Rundown. I
love The Rundown. And again, he's working with The Rock, and The Rock, of course, is in Southland Tales. Good stuff, man. Yeah, Mad World. You actually wrote it there. Mad World is great. Didn't the same director? Yes. Down. I prefer the original. The original. It underscores the whole alienation. Why are you yelling, Sander? What's going on here?
He does that sometimes.
Is it too noisy?
Captain Caps Lock.
Turn off your cap lock, buddy. Also, they don't cost you anything, man. Commas. Commas are great. I was a corporal in the army.
Well, now you're a captain. Captain Caps Lock.
No, it's not a captain.
Not
It's a
anymore.
colonel.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
Hi, Wade.
Wade.
Hey, Wade. You won your appeal with YouTube? That's good news, buddy. Congratulations.
What was going on there?
He was talking about a lot in the chat, the shit that was going on with him over there that I can't remember, they claimed or they locked his account. I can't remember.
Damn.
Oh, what a backdoor appeal.
Oh.
I don't want to infer anything from that. So
Shirley is here, right? I thought I saw Shirley.
Yeah, she's here.
Surely you can't be serious.
Don't we have any? Okay, here. There you go. Wait.
Check around and see if there's a back door.
And this is for all of our female chat members. This is for you.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Hey,
I love that.
Sander wants for us to end the channel.
Cut the gay shit. But I like the
never.
gay shit.
Not
love
going
the
to
gay
happen,
shit.
Sander.
I look, man. I told you I went to a convention and a friend of mine was there who's gay. Says, he says, I love your shows, man. I really like what you're doing, but you could cut back on the gay stuff where you keep calling yourself gay, because you're not gay. And I said, I'm not. Prove it. He just looked at me and went, no, you're not my type. I went, thank God. I didn't want to have to prove I'm gay. But you got to remember, as an actor, I have kissed women and men on stage as an actor. And I do the same kiss. It's a theatrical kiss where you don't match lips. And you also can do the turn away kiss, which is not really a kiss at all. You kind of end up side of face to face. It looks like you're kissing, but you're not. I did one play where I had to do a gay scene with the other actor, and he wasn't bringing it. And I'm like, dude, man, you're killing me. I'm supposed to have feelings for you. and you're just so fucking flat with your delivery with me. I know you're as uncomfortable with it as I am, but you can fucking act, for God's sakes. And he never did. It was terrible. It was the worst scene in the play, and we had to do that play for 4 weekends. And I was just like, oh, he was a terrible partner. Speaking of terrible partners, how about Amber Turd here? What did you think of the comedy, Martin, in this? Like, where he's got the guy on the toilet, handcuffed, and he gets a phone call about making an Italian dish. He says, well, I just so happen to have a French connoisseur here that would explain about Italian food.
A real Italian. That's what it said. Yeah.
And I love the way he did that. And then something he did as a character that I really liked is the guy that he's been doing the dad stuff with, that he also tortured, by the way. Hilarious torture scene with the fucking armpit hair and shit. You never knew what he, well, oh, that I was an actor, man. I was on stage. I played gay characters. You know, it's a play, and the character I got cast as was gay, and absolutely.
You cannot play a gay character if you're not gay.
I have gay friends that saw me in this one play that they're like, are you sure you're not gay? You were really good in that. And I said, no, I'm a good actor. I know how. And what's really funny is I was homeless at one point, and I moved out of my roommate's apartment for certain reasons. It dealt with money. And kind of an argument with the landlord. And so I was living out of my car. And so a gay friend of mine says, you could come live with me. And he said it just like that. His name was Travis too, Travis Smith. And he played Prince John in one of the plays I was in. And he says, come live with me. I live in this apartment right next to campus. You'll love it. And so I went, okay. So I go over there. Problem is, the landlord's gay and he only rents to gay men. It's all. And so I had to go to a dinner, be introduced to the landlord, who's also a professor at the university. And I had to convince him that I'm gay. And that included him fucking touching my thigh, which really freaked me out. But they said the gay that I was doing was wrong, that you need to be a bear. You're a bear. Don't be overly effeminate. And so I learned to act like a gay man that's a bear. And I was taught by 3 fucking gay friends of mine who are still friends of mine to this day how to do this. And we fooled him, and I got into the apartment. And then I woke up one morning with my then girlfriend. We were pretty much sweaty naked from having dirty, filthy sex. And I opened the door, and there he is in the apartment looking right at me and her. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, we got evicted that day. All of us got evicted. And we had to find a place in a single day, and we did. That was a crazy time. And it was Tracy, myself, and my cousin Aaron, and my buddy Travis all lived in a house. Sagacious 6, I think Martin mentioned that one of the characters looked like Billy Corgan. He does. That's about he's the psycho in this film, the bald guy. He really does look like Billy Corgan. By the way, Billy Corgan's a very base dude if you ever listen to him. I like the dude, at least in what I've heard from him. I don't want to, like, I'm about ready for Alpha to tell me he's not based at all. And he'll give me, like, tear me down again, you motherfucker. No, I love you, Alpha. You're a good dude. I think Martin mentioned that one of the characters looked like Billy Corgan, and so gay bosom buddies. Oh, absolutely. I have had a lot of gay roommates, and we get along great. In fact, when I lived in the last house with John and Chance, they were a married couple. And my buddy, other Travis, who's not gay, was across the hall from me in the house. We lived in a huge house, and our favorite time of the night was to go in the kitchen and we'd all cook our dinners, and that's when we would talk to each other because we're all introverts, and we would not see each other until it was time to cook food or go to the bathroom. Yeah, in fact, if you go to my Facebook page and go to how to pronounce my name, that's how it's spelled. It's spelled gay hyphen re. And it's funny you mentioned that too, because when I played Jesus in that one play, where again I also play a gay character in the play, I played multiple characters in the play. It was Romulus Linney's production of Joseph and His Family. And the first act, I play multiple characters. In the second act, I play a juvenile Jesus, the apocryphal Gospels.
Did you play Jesus? How did you not burst in flames?
Right.
Didn't happen.
He faked it.
The funny part is the director was gay, and he did not want me to do effeminate. But when I did the dress rehearsal for it and I played it straight, the gay character, nobody got it. Nobody that was watching got it. And so I'm like, okay. So against his better judgment, I'm going to act very effeminate when the lights come back on. And I'm magically transmutation from being this jackass, because we got switched in space by Jesus when he was an infant, and he switched us back. And I suddenly show up standing there in a dress, and I've shown you guys that picture of me in that dress, and I went totally fucking flaming, and the laughter of the audience said it all. And I got such a good review for that the critic even compared me to the actor Peter Scolari from Bosom Buddies. Oh, where is it? I saw somebody mentioned Bosom Buddies. There it is. Yeah, Bosom Buddies. And it's just, I always liked Peter Scolari, and I was sad when he fucking died. I don't know if you guys knew he was dead. He was one of Tom Hanks' best friends.
No, didn't know.
What I've always joked is that I'm a straight man trapped in a gay body. It's like funny because I'm very what's the word? And that's why my gay roommates like me, because I'm constantly cleaning in the kitchen. I'm always like cleaning their shit up, washing dishes, things like that. And I'm it's not finicky. What's the word I'm looking for? That deals with cleanliness. There's a word for it.
I know.
I'm in a room with a Hispanic, it's some English, and with a Austrian woman who's not probably even there right now.
I am. I don't know the word you're looking for.
It's eluding.
Yeah, cancer. Yeah, cancer, man. I loved him on the Newhart show. I fucking love that show. Peter Scolari has always been one of my favorite actors because I love Bosom Buddies. I was pissed that show didn't last.
Is that your word?
No.
That's the word, fastidious. Thank you.
No, but fastidious is nothing to do with silliness. It's
I'm
excessive thoroughly.
Yeah, it's like I'm
what is this talking about here? This. Come on, Gambit, help me out. I want to get back to the movie.
Yeah. So do I.
No, it is fastidious. Okay. I wanted to make sure it is. A person who constantly cleans may be described as using several terms depending on the context of the severity of the behavior, and fastidious is one of them, because I am that way with I don't like disorder. I like my cans in order by date. It's really fucking weird. I'm fucking weird.
That is not
And
weird
this
to order your food by date. That is fucking healthy.
We're
this one
talking
is
about eating
better.
canned food. What's that?
Persnickety.
Persnickety. Well, persnickety is more of a judgmental kind of thing, where I'm not judgy when I do it. I just do it.
Adjective.
Persnickety.
Over particular about trivial detail. Fastidious.
Yeah.
Snobbish. Pretentious. Requiring strict attention to detail. Demanding. Damn. There you go.
Yeah. I am a couple of those. The one thing I'm not is not pretentious. I got called that once. And my response was, okay, let me remember how I phrased this. The guy said it to me, and I immediately turned to him and I said, "You're pretentious, you fuck." The guy just like jerked back, like I'm not pretentious. I said, I say fuck. Pretentious people don't say fuck. Just so you know. You can refer to me as kind of snobbish because certain things I'm very snobby with. Prissy, definitely not. I'm not prissy. It's like one of my gay friends said this about me one time. He says, "You know what? I have never met somebody that is so heterosexual. Your heterosexuality invades a room before you even enter it." And I went, "Oh, thank you."
Shirley, we will welcome you back with Dr. Bieber.
You can't do that to her 2 days in a row. Come on, guys.
Oh, Sally? No, I'm not going to do that to her.
No, Shirley.
Oh, Shirley. It was Sally that had the
Shirley
problem. No, that was Sally yesterday. I thought had a problem. Sagacious says, I am 100% pretentious.
She knows you. I mean,
yeah. I consider us good friends. I just wish we would spend more time together. Because I've always liked her. I thought she was sharp as shit. I like it when we argue. Had Mad World, except for the children, Pell Shelter. Yeah, absolutely.
I have no idea what the chat is talking about for the most part. Like throwing in songs and movies and shit, and I'm just sitting here clueless.
This is more Tears for Fears.
Okay.
We have the moral standing for that. We've been talking about anything but the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we jump in every once in a while because I like this is an action film. It really is not a well-written movie.
Yeah, but
it's just fun.
We have to skip all the jokes and the all the thing. For example,
I kind of went over the two things.
The relation between these two. That's awesome.
Well, I did bring this up. I brought it up earlier. I said I love the relationship of these two as it goes through the film, to the point where even though this dude is trying to help kill him, his car goes flying off a bridge upside down on fire, and Costner goes after the bad guys, but before he does, he stops and pulls him out of the fire, and he says, "You're my dad, guy," something like that.
It says, "Why don't you kill me?" I said, "Because you're the better dad."
And that's it. And I fucking love that moment. I fucking love that. He
my
wouldn't let this
moment.
guy die.
Yeah, my favorite moment is when he has him hostage and his daughter calls and needs a recipe for a pasta sauce. And he's like, "Yeah, as it so happens, I'm with an Italian," and hands him the phone and he has to dictate the pasta sauce recipe.
Read this. I've never
fun.
seen this movie. And after this, I still haven't.
True. But then it's not a watch along, it's a movie discussion. But
yeah, it's not a watch along. This is
don't get us wrong. We really love these movies.
Well, my favorite thing to do though is really I like interacting with the chat. So I've just been really just doing that and going into stories because things get asked. The Hurting is more experimental compared to Song from compared to the song. From the big chair, the material of the hurting is more like mother's talk. I agree with you on that, Sandra. That's a good point. But I really love it all because I really felt the lyrics, like songs like Head Over Heels, like as great pop song as that is, I love those fucking words. I didn't agree with the sentiment in one line, which he says, it's hard to be a man when there's a gun in your hand. I'm like, if anything, that's the most important point in your life, to be a man, to know what to do when you have it in your hand. But I still love that fucking song. At least it's spoiled for us. Yeah, I agree. Look, Reed, it's spoiled. This movie has
He's 11
everything
years
in it
old.
that's in
Come on.
it's in every fucking movie by Luc Besson.
Yeah.
This is basically your most formulaic Luc Besson plot you can have. And which is why I'm assuming critics didn't like it, but I'm like, judge it against other films in the genre and it will get a better score. Stop trying to judge films based on other movies from different genres. The hairless actor is Tómas Lemarquis, who was apparently Caliban in the X-Men. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was. That's him. And was in Blade Runner 2049. He's the guy at the desk. Yep. At the guy that replaced Tyrell, which was stupid. I hated that. Tyrell Corporation should have still been going under the real Rachel. And that's how you would have had Sean Young in the movie. That she would have been one of the executives in the company. Fucking. He made changes to the premise that I didn't understand. And it was each time he did it, he was snipping more and more DNA away from the first film. And that's a mistake when you're doing a sequel. Oh my God, this scene is great because he gets mad at her, says, "You're not going to school in that dress." And he tells her, "I'll walk behind her, you take the bike." And she goes, "I don't know how to ride a bike." He goes, "What kind of kid doesn't know how to ride a bike?" And she goes, "I don't know. I didn't have my dad to teach me." And then he goes, "Oh shit, that's right."
And that hits hard, yeah. Then he teaches her, and that's lovely.
Then he teaches her how to ride a bike. It's a fun scene. And you see them building their relationship. It's a very simplistic story. It's not like a great drama or anything, but it's a fun story about love and rekindling love and finding that love again, even though it's probably evolved into something different. It's still love. Love is love.
Yeah, but I can understand why she's pushing him away because he still isn't telling her the truth. And she's a smart kid. She knows he's holding back information and everything.
Yeah, but he's trying to find the right moment and he just can't. Like, how do you tell your kid you're going to die? But anyway, I adore you, Gary. You've been a great friend for me for a long time. And I feel the same way. I do, Six. You're just a wonderful person. And I adore you. I think Anima adores you really well too, because she talks about you a lot. Yeah, she talks about you all the time. How do you even get on it? like getting on a bike. And like the first time I rode a bike was a nightmare. By the way, where they're standing right now, right there, I stood there and looked up at that fucking chapel, that church, and backed all the way to the wall. And that wall has a drop, by the way. And I sat on that wall and I drew the Sacré-Cœur in my sketchbook. And with my dad there, like telling me stories about the war and shit like that and the history of France and this church. And I'm just sitting there drawing it. And I love this church more than Notre Dame or Notre Dame.
Oh, man. We needed Emmanuel in this chat today.
Why? What?
Emmanuel, she lives in France.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
That doesn't mean she knows Paris.
Oh,
I don't know.
Been there.
She's been there. Yeah, because she told me that too. But I drew this. And then when I came back to America, I had this teacher. that blew me away as a teacher. Mrs. Cordell, I'm friends with her to this day. I'm so grateful she's still alive, and I can read her daily posts and comment on them and show love, because that woman is the teacher who had the greatest impact on me in school. And she taught me that I was smart because she saw. Other teachers don't look for that shit. She looked into who I was and what I was. And she said, "You are a very good writer." And she understood my struggles because I was actually smarter than my teachers at this point. But I was failing in school. I got an A in English literature, 8th grade, with her as my teacher. And that just shows you what a good teacher can fucking do. And I gave her, when we graduated junior high school to go to high school, I gave her that drawing, and she has it on the wall in her house to this day. I love that. I was trying to remember when I saw Tomas recently. He was foundation of Magnifico Gigantus. He was pretty good. What was that about? Magnificent Giant. What was that about?
That's the name of the character.
Oh, in Foundation. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I missed the word Foundation. Okay. I've been wanting to try that out. I heard season 2 was awful, but season 1 was good. Technically a basilica. You're correct, Alpha. Oh, and fuck you.
The Basilique du Sacré-Cœur de Montmartre.
Oh, yeah.
I'll leave you with that one because I have an American tongue. So
My
I'm
question
not gonna
is,
make anything sound
are they
great.
done rebuilding it after the fire?
Oh, no, that's Notre Dame. That's the one that got burned down. The Sacre
Yeah,
Coeur is
speaking
still
of
there.
churches, I know it's still there. I just remember they had this horrible fire
And
because
I
it made
do
the news for a
believe-
while and then it disappeared. So I just wonder, are they done?
And they
My
tried
mind
to
jumps too sometimes.
play it off that it wasn't a TERROR incident, but it was.
No, I don't think it was. They were working on the roof, so I think it was just human failure to security
I don't.
equipment.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah.
I don't buy that for a second.
The
It reopened in 2019, so it is back. It's back. But it was a devastating fire.
It was.
I watched it live. I was up at 3:00 in the morning watching that fucking video.
The worst part was I don't know if it was the mayor or if it was Macron himself telling that they were planning to modernize the design of the building. It's just fucking crazy.
These are reasons why Macron, so many people want to beat him like a harp seal. Because he says stupid shit like that. Modernized note. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking miffed that he said that.
Wait, do we have a raid?
Well, apparently we do.
Oh,
But I don't see the
I
the
see
fuck-
no increase in numbers.
And it always
No.
you get a pop up on the live chat saying you're being raided, but no. Now, Beth, if you are among us, give us a signal.
There he is.
And he did. See?
Again, for
yeah, but
those
the
of
numbers
you
didn't go
that
up.
would like to hear some of the songs from the movie Donnie Darko, which, again, Mephisto. Are you a fan of Donnie Darko? Because I want to do a show and have a proper panel to break down that film, have more people that know the movie and understand the intricacies of that movie. And here's the song, again, for those who have not heard it, Mad World, featuring Gary Jules. And please, if you're not too tired, Meth, we'd love it if you jumped in with us, even for a few minutes.
Indeed.
In fact, Six, if you want to jump in with us for a few minutes, you are more than welcome.
Okay.
So I guess I can do some talking about this. So from the history of this film,
Yes.
Deadline magazine reported that Kevin Costner had been offered the role of Ethan Renner, which another actor had been offered the role previously. And I forget who that guy was, but it was also a big name. The government assassin in the McGee directed film. And this is back in 2012. The film, set in France, was scripted by Luc Besson and Ari Hassak, with Europa Corporation having produced, while Relativity Media had North American rights for distribution. On October 2nd of 2012, it was confirmed that actor Costner had closed the deal to star as the lead in the film. On 29th of November of 2012, Hailee Steinfeld joined the cast of the film, which I think she's delightful, as the female lead, and the film began production in 2013. On December 13th, Amber Turd also joined the cast. Later, on the 7th of January 2013, the beautiful Connie Nielsen was added to the cast. And what most people remember her for was she was Gal Gadot's mother in the Wonder Woman franchise.
Well, I remember her the most from Devil's Advocate and Gladiator. Gladiator mostly. Mostly.
Wait, somebody ate her?
Ha 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 ha.
What?
I don't even remember her much in Gladiator, to be honest. I remember her more from Mission to Mars. And she's in Soldier too, because she's one of the farmers on the junk pile there, surviving there in the movie Soldier with Kurt Russell.
Yes.
And she's the one that Kurt Russell falls in love with as much as he can with who he is. All right, this is that fucking scene right here. This scene is so freaking funny. I just so happen to have a real Italian here who knows something about Italian food, and he say hello to my daughter. And he looks at him very threateningly. Say hello to my daughter. The way he even says it. Fuck, man. Because really, when it comes down to it, this is an action comedy. It really is. And that's kind of weird for Kevin Costner to be doing that, but people don't know his first fucking real role was a comical role. He's actually good at comedy.
What was his first
Remember
role?
what it was?
No.
I'm going to see if Martin knows. Anybody in the chat? Somebody other than me say what movie that was. Because his first movie he's actually cut out of, which was by the same writer-director. And that movie was called The Big Chill. He was the dead body, the friend that had offed himself. And there you go. Alpha got it. Silverado. It's the single most expensive Western ever made. And it shouldn't have been that expensive. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. They tried to say there were no Western towns. I'm like, yeah, there were. There were Western towns available you could have used and not have to build a whole town yourself.
Some contractor friend of some producer needed the money.
The thing about what makes her pretty or look pretty is the gimmicky shit she does with her wigs and with the fucking makeup. Makeup lies. When you see her without the makeup, she's not very pretty. And I think she's an ugly person. She's an ugly, pungent human being. And she tends to leave ugly, pungent gifts. Yeah, Silverado was his first starring role. That's what I need to correct it as, because he's a major character in it. He did that Steven Spielberg produced film that was just garbage movie about 3 friends or 4 friends going off for a drive before one of them has to go off to Vietnam. And it's a terrible movie. And I don't know the dates on that one because it may actually precede Silverado. And what really sucks is he learned to do a stunt for that movie, Silverado. It's a not a dismount or mount, but where you are able to ride on the side of the horse and hide behind the horse. He learned how to do that stunt. And also how to hold on to the stirrup, drop your legs to the ground, bounce up, and come back up on the horse. He learned that stunt for that movie too. And I was impressed with him from day one as an actor. And I thought he was wonderful in Silverado. He was the best part of that movie for me. For me, he was the best part of that movie. I enjoyed Kevin Kline. I enjoyed everybody. Jeff Goldblum is a bad guy, a dirty, conniving murderer. You know, he's a shitty human being. And he gets what's coming to him. But it is, I really do like Costner in that film. Not a fan of the movie, but I do like him in that movie a lot. A lot. Yeah, because he had done a bunch of minor stuff, like really minor roles. His first film is Malibu Hot Summer, 1981. He has a frat boy role in the movie Night Shift, a great movie with Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Jeff just brought that up. Night Shift.
He's in the film Frances, the movie's about Frances Farmer and how she lost her fucking mind. He ended up being lobotomized, and he plays a small character in the movie. He was uncredited. Stacy's Nights, another minor film. Table for Five, another minor film. And then he's in The Big Chill as the dead body for Alex, who is a central character in the story, but you don't get to see his face. And then he did a small part in Testament, and then he had a major part in Fandango. But the movie was just fucking awful, and it tanked, and it was pulled from theaters quickly. I think it was out for a week. And then he did Silverado, which was a huge movie for him, and he is a major character in the film, and god damn, he's fucking good in that movie. And so it was, pretty much said for a long time that that's really his first major role was in Silverado. You're freaking me out. Call me Max. What do you call?
I didn't know that's your name. Sorry. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it's Max Damon. It's Max Damon.
Okay. How am I supposed to know that when YouTube is fucking up everything?
You weren't here. We found out earlier who he was. And like, oh, so we started calling him Max. You weren't here. You were dealing with Kitty Cat or your dad stuff. It's his birthday today. Hey, you know what?
Yeah, things are quiet.
You want to irritate him? Tell him, by the way, Gary says happy 70th.
No, you wouldn't care anyway.
I know, but it'd be funny to me because I'm pointing out his age. No, he also did. I'm glad, though. Can I say something about what you told me?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's wonderful that your stepmom is taking him on their honeymoon, back to the place they went to for their honeymoon. I thought that was wonderful. Your stepmom sounds like a cool lady.
She is. And he just needed a little bit of persuading. I doubt he would really have gone off on his own and just ignored the world for a weekend.
Yeah, it's if you blink, you might miss it, but he is in the movie Night Shift. And I love that fucking movie. It has one of my favorite comical lines in it, where they go, oh my God, he falls from the third floor and lands flat on the ground. Michael Keaton, he's laying there and they go, oh my God, are you all right? And he goes, yes. Luckily, the floor broke my fall. That was hilarious. I missed that show. Anima, you're freaking me out. Okay, that's it. Oh, we got new. Did you know that in Paris, behind the Sacré-Cœur, there is a Rue de la Bacalacadaga? You dick.
There we go.
Here we go.
I've got 5 terraces going southeast on Bacalacadaga Street.
There we go. Oh my God. And once you look at our numbers right now, that's including over on X, and that's shocking me. That we normally have a lot more people than this watching, and I just don't get it. I don't get it. YouTube is doing something to us that's hurting us, and it started 5 weeks ago. Oui, très bien. Muy bien. Muy bien. I remember I was told by a French friend of mine that, it's something you can do just when you want to say thank you instead of saying merci beaucoup, you can say merci bien. And I went, oh, he says it's kind of a thing people will say to each other when they're more familiar. I remember with another friend named Beto from Mexico taught me, he says, if you just want to say hello to somebody who you're friendly with, you just say, ¿Qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿Qué tal means what's
What
up?
Yep.
Yeah.
What? He said it's sort of the way you say it in America when you go, "What up?" ¿Qué tal? I'm like, "Oh, cool." Va means way? I don't know what the "ka" means. I don't know what that is.
That's the French for what's up, ça va. How are
Ah,
you doing?
"Ça va bien." Okay.
Come on, let me show that.
That would be the answer. I'm fine.
The Sacré-Cœur is actually right above the Pigalle. So you can visit the Basilica and the Moulin Rouge on the same period. I would say go first to the Moulin Rouge and then go confess to the Basilica.
And also, when I was 13 years old, that's where we stayed in a hotel, is in Pigalle. And the first morning, I went to our little balcony and opened up, little tiny balcony, little tiny thing. And I think I found the hotel. And it had this little balcony up there. And I went out and I looked down, and there's a girl, a woman, young woman, walking down the street in a dress that is just string wrapped around her, all the way from top to right down to just below her ass. And you can see through patches of it, her flesh. And I'm standing there, 13 years old. I can't remember if I was sporting a boner or not, but it was morning and I tended to have those. And I'm standing there and I went, Dad, that girl's wearing string. And he walked over, looked down, and he grabbed me by the face and pulled me back out of the window. And I'm like, I already saw it, Dad. It's like, you can't stop me from seeing it. That you're doing well, and you? Yeah. I actually know what you're saying there.
That's a very neutral answer. Comme ci, comme ça.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means, yeah, okay-ish.
Well, it's better than.
I know c'est la vie and c'est la guerre. One says that's the way it is, and well, that's war.
Yep, c'est la vie.
C'est la guerre.
Actually, c'est la vie is the equivalent to it is what it is.
Yeah. Is what it is. I like that, though. C'est la vie. What are you going to do? Nice place for a family in Paris, red light district. I got to tell you, though, man, it was actually really nice, but it was fun because my first day in Paris at the hotel, I wake up and I see a prostitute wearing nothing but red string. And then in the afternoon of our second day, a fucking bank robbery right on the street next to us. Shooting and everything. Cops. It was fucking nuts. I do like that he does show proper trigger discipline in this film. But then again, he's been around guns his whole life.
This is the car scene with the CGI, right?
Yeah.
I think some of the cars are CGI.
It just looks like a computer game.
Yeah, it looks.
Sometimes.
The car and the muzzle
car
flashes
is
are
real. Yeah, muzzle flashes. But I'm going to tell you, because shooting guns in Paris, by the way, is still frowned on. And the first film to get the rights back after 20 years was the movie. No,
wasn't it Leo?
No, it's the film with Robert Duvall and Jean Reno. Ronin. Ronin was the first film to get the rights to shoot guns in Paris again. And it was really cool. But they had to still be respectful of what time they fired them. Because that's why it was outlawed. That's why it was outlawed. Is that the Napoleon Bridge? No, I don't see the emblems on it. I don't know which bridge that is.
No idea.
Sean Bean, it's one of the few films he doesn't fucking die in.
Exactly.
And I am a fan of Ronin. We need to do that. As much as I despise De Niro today, I liked his acting and I liked his old films. I started disliking him once we got into the 2000s because they weren't very good. He was just making really crappy films. I love Stallone. I fucking hate that movie they did together where they're old boxers going to go have this fucking match.
The grudge match.
Yeah, I tried to enjoy that movie and I couldn't do it. It just wasn't a very good film. This scene is fucking nuts. Because he's got to be careful, can't raise his. And why he doesn't walk around with a flask or two of fucking vodka in his pockets, I don't know. Because I would keep fucking vodka with me all the time.
Yeah.
Because they told her it helps. But he doesn't. And so he ends up in this situation, which he's seen before. And he makes the mistake of getting close and touching him and putting his head out there because he's going to let the train take his fucking head off. Because that's what he does. He's a psychopath.
Oh, and by the way, their German is real German.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
Oh, I caught their German and I heard the lilt in the back of the throat that you guys do German.
Alex Murphy, evil Junger's brother.
But as far as I'm concerned, you're the only German-speaking woman I've ever heard that sounds sexy when you're speaking German. Don't
what?
Me.
No, they are German. I speak Austrian German. It's a different thing.
I know, and I don't like German. I like when you speak it, and you are the only woman I've ever heard speak German that I like the way you sound. So
okay, enough with the
shut the fuck up. Yeah, you just fuck off now. Go feed your cat or yeah, you fuck up. It's a good thing she didn't know about the color of the boathouse. Was probably saved her life.
He's so fucked up at that moment.
Yeah, but they do kick him out, which irked me because in Samurai, the fool got to stay. You're right. Yeah. Man, I wish I could have been in Paris. There was a time that I liked it there, but I still think Parisians tend to be assholes, which I've communicated with a few of them. And it was a bad experience, very awkward, uncomfortable experience. But you get into the countryside, man, it's a whole different thing. I spent time near and in Versailles, and I fucking loved it there. I got to go to the palace there in Versailles and go see the Hall of Mirrors myself. That was something else. And that's weird, by the way. When you go into the Hall of Mirrors, that place looks so gigantic because of that. It feels really like you're in a cavern, this giant cavern because of the mirrors. Yep, Amber Turd.
Dude,
Amber Turd.
You need to take a picture of a turd and modify it on Photoshop to make it look like it was made of amber.
Her skin. Well, I can take and put a filter on her to where her skin looks like poop.
No, I prefer the turd look like.
Wouldn't that be blackfacing her?
Brown.
Oh, stop it.
France is beautiful.
Stop
Only
it.
problem is it's full of. I like the French people. I really do. Like we have two people that are regulars on the show. You guys know that, Emmanuel and Regis. I love them. They're wonderful people. In fact, she just sent me a message the other day, and I responded to it just last night. It's the countryside. It's the Parisians that tend to be snobs. And you find the same fucking thing in Canada. That
Everybody,
like
everywhere.
a lot of the French-speaking Canadians are nice people, but you go to fucking Quebec, man, Montreal, they're like Parisians there. It's really fucking annoying. They look down on you if you're American and speak English and don't speak any French. Oh, he kicked her ass in court. And my favorite part is made her look like what she is, a piece of shit, like she left on his bed. The girl I was with when I was in law school in Heidelberg sounded nice when she spoke German. She was Turkish, though, so that Turkish vowel harmony carried through. That's interesting.
They have their own way of speaking German, yeah.
Well, I think all of us got that, Gambit. You don't have to explain the punchline.
Yeah.
We got it,
Look,
buddy.
The RoboCop.
This scene is so fucking cool. And I am so irritated with his, wife, the way she's acting. Like, this is his fault somehow. These people have, their reason for being there. And now it's to kill him. And it's like, oh, shit. And they don't care if anybody gets hurt in between. And so his character has to save these people. And finally she gets it, but it's already after she's hiding, that she starts to understand that he's the only thing there that's going to help people and save them. I'm still convinced Gibbon is a chatbot.
You know he's not. Come on.
You could. I understand it though. I get it. When he's echoing what we say.
Echoes what we say, or he's doing it on purpose now. By the way, he does it on purpose. Because it's funny. Because I'll call him out for it. Like, we just fucking said that, dude, and he's like, I get Gambit's humor, and it's funny. What's this one? Yeah, Parisians get jealous of anything that smacks of Yankee Doodle Dandy. Yeah. And one thing that pissed off this Frenchman that I met years ago here was we're eating in this specific restaurant. And I said, that the French take credit for the fry. It's actually the Belgians. It annoyed him that I said that. And I said, but Americans make them better than you guys. Anyway, we make them better than the British, the French, and the Belgians. And he didn't believe me. And then I ordered some and let him have a couple. And he goes, yes, yeah, that's really good. I'm like, yeah, we know how to make fucking French fries here. We have so many cultures in the United States. And we have where French fries really kind of got big in the United States is two different areas, New York and down in Louisiana. And up in New York, you got that delicious New Jersey style French fry, which a buddy of mine joked once, what, it comes with a condom? No. And it's not New Jersey style. I'm sorry, Coney Island. And Coney Island is known for condoms. Anyway, Coney Island has the vinegar and salt style French fries. And I got to tell you, I was like, I didn't want to try it. I'm like, that sounds gross. And then I had it, and I'm like, this is the most delicious thing I have ever had. And I like those chips. And by the way, Animal, one of your favorite chips was inspired by the vinegar and salt fries, which is the pickle chip.
Oh, they're so good.
Oh my God, yeah. We ate some together, and Anima and I did. We sat and ate a whole fucking bag. It was so good.
I was just mind blown when we went shopping how many different flavors of chips you have over there.
Well, that's why that English guy that came here, he's blown away by just the variety of stuff that we have here. And it's because we are, it's not our multiculturalism that's important, is that we have this amazing melting pot of people who take the same fucking idea and embrace it, which is why I tell people be careful, because Americans like to fight. We love to fight. And we will go fight for other people. That's how much we like fighting. We will
It
fight
has
for
nothing
other
to
people.
do with that, Gary. We are a melting pot here in Vienna too. We just don't have the space. You have the space for doing 2 aisles of only chips. No European supermarket has that area.
No, I'm telling you, it's totally true. But I still stand by my statement that we like to fight. We just do. And it's not because we're just Irish or we're just fucking English or we're just French or Italian. It's just you take on this mindset when you come to this country and become part of it. And the one thing we don't like is to see other people. We don't like underdogs being trampled upon. We don't like it. Like I'm overriding you. What's this one? But the Dutch eat more fries than the Belgians. I don't know. Is that true?
No idea. I never cared for statistics like that. I know that Belgians invented them originally. That's about.
Yeah, the Belgians are the ones who did it first. And I mean, holy shit, man. French get credit for that. They call it the French fry. And it's like, fuck off, man.
I
That's
mean,
Belgian.
It's not healthy food, so why would you brag about that in the first place?
Healthy isn't important. Delicious is. Like I'm overriding. Oh, wait, where am I? Coney Island is more known for the Vareniki and other Russian potato dishes, since the area is mostly Soviet Jewish immigrants. Yeah, but it gets credit for the salt and vinegar fries because they're at Coney Island, the pier and all that. That's where it got its start. And so when you say salt and vinegar fries, the minute you hear that, you go Coney Island. That's all you think because that's where it came from originally. When you are in the Netherlands, you should try a fries war. One thing I love about the Netherlands is I heard that they like to use mayonnaise with their fries, which is funny to me because Dad always thought it was weird that when I have French fries or fried potatoes of any kind, I like a mixture of mayonnaise and ketchup together to where it's almost like Thousand Island dressing. And I love that the mixture taste of mayonnaise and ketchup. Yeah, real ketchup.
I hate mayonnaise.
A lot of people do, dude.
I'm the only one that I know.
No, I have a couple of friends that
No,
don't
I'm
like
not
mayo.
a fan either.
Yeah. All right. I love these images of her as a kid at this house on the beach. I just love the scenes. The only thing that ruined the scene for me was having Amber Turd standing on a cliff looking over them like she's an angel watching over them. It just annoys me.
She just broke into the house to leave the last
gift.
injection.
Yeah. Oh, French fries are absolutely not good for you. In fact, the best French fry in the world is actually not a fried potato, but the baked potato wedges that are then breaded and quickly fried just to fry the outside.
And covered
But you
in
can also do
spice.
them in the oven. Oh my God, the spices on those things. Potato wedges. When I had my first one, it was with a chicken meal.
It's still deep fried and salty.
I got the potato isn't. It's just the outer shell that's deep fried.
Yeah.
Because the potato is already cooked. They just drop them in and they take them right back out. And you're not getting all that much oil in it. And but what?
And then you cover them in barbecue and mustard. Oh my God.
Now I've done mustard. I've never done barbecue sauce with them. I'll have to try that. Because I have some. Oh, I've already put it back in the fridge. But I get that no sugar added barbecue sauce. It's really good. God, I love this scene.
Okay, again, this became a cooking stream.
Well, look,
yeah,
food is a passion. One of Danny knows this. One of our first big conversations was about food, and she's sitting there going, "How do you do that? You got me talking about food, and I'm enjoying the conversation." I say, "Because food is wonderful, and it's something that we share worldwide. Is a love for food. Food means family to me. It has this thing that comfort of family, And a lot of the foods I like, a lot of people don't, other people don't, but I like them because they remind me of my family, the good memories I have. And there's that last injection. I do like that in the note. Merry Christmas, bitch. Because you didn't know if she was going to do it because he refused to kill that dude.
Mm.
And she had to do it. But she's like, he got me there. He got us there and he dealt with it. He's earned that fucking drug. And so she gives it to him. And I wanted a fucking sequel. I'm not the only one. I've had several friends that said, yeah, man, that movie was a perfect setup for a sequel for him to, to have to go out and do something. But what we got instead was Taken. And I think Taken is an offshoot of that character. Oh, he's a great actor. Yeah, he is. People who don't think he's a good actor don't really watch him. One of my favorite moments with him is a moment where his voice goes high while we're watching that film, Anima. You might remember it, where he's getting frustrated in the movie because someone's trying to blackmail him as the killer in the movie. No Way Out. No Way Out with Gene Hackman. And he's getting painted into a corner and he doesn't know what to do. And his voice went so high in a way that, like, man, that was a very convincing scene. Like, I forgot he was acting when he did that. And I'm watching a movie, I just like lost myself in this character. I love Costner. And I'm hoping that Anima enjoys this film that I'm wanting to watch with her. Maybe we can watch a little more of it tonight. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. Is the movie Horizon, part of his Frontier series. And
that is a 3-hour movie, Gary. That is definitely not something I want to start after midnight.
Well, I've already started it. We watched 11 minutes of it. And
11 minutes, yeah. No, I hate breaking up movies like that. You know that.
Well, watching it in one sitting is a real bitch. Yeah, No Way Out's a great movie. I fucking love that film. Sean was beautiful in that. Absolutely agree with you. He does. But that happens. This is a problem with a lot of actors. They're comfort movies that are just easy to do. And he gets thrown these things. And I love that he tries to go out of his way. And people, like, they love to, like, make fun of him over this Horizon movie flopping. I'm like, that guy is a risk taker. And you're mocking him for it? You complain about not enough movies that are different out there. And you've got a guy like Kevin Costner who's really willing to risk it all to tell you an interesting story in a different way. And you got to mock him for his failure. I fucking, this is why I don't like a lot of people. Tears of the Pentagon. They found another building to sit in for a lot of scenes, but they were allowed to shoot in there for a day. I think they had a day to get certain locations that were absolutely proof it's the Pentagon. And then the rest of them were done on another location that looks like the Pentagon. What's this one? Fries Bobby Panggang, fries with pieces of pork in Indonesian sauce. Well, there's one that I really like that my buddy Fat Steven Seagal introduced me to, which was, I forgot the name of it now. It's fried potatoes with gravy and crumbled cheese.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's got a special name and I forget the name of it.
Dude, with crumbled blue cheese.
Yeah. And it's just, I stopped for a second because I went, actually, no, that really sounds good. Okay, now I have to have it. Nobody served it. So I had to go get the fix. Poutine. Thank you, poutine. That's it right there. I fucking love that. But good God, I can only have that maybe once a month. Like past that, man, I'm just asking to gain 30 or 40 pounds.
If you take one letter and put another, you get another thing, my friend.
Well, you know what? If you poutine, yeah, means pussy. But if you actually drizzle some vodka on it, you could call it a poutine. Poutine.
Indeed, Alpha. Alpha
Or
got it.
vermouth. Yeah. Poutine. Yep. Well, we always said it with a G at the end. Means it's just another slang term for P-U-S-S-Y. Poutine. Poutine. That's the southern way of saying poutine. Going to get me some poutine tonight. And now that made me think of my Oklahoma buddy. I guess we got to get out of here. The movie's over. But I really liked this boy from Oklahoma. He's hanging out in the house because he was buddies with me and Marshall Devaney, and Marshall's from Oklahoma City. And Marshall, he saw me. I was dressed up nice. I was dressed to the nines. I was heading out the door. He goes, "Where are you going? Going out on a date?" And I turned back and it's a blind date, yeah. And he says, "Go get you some mass." And I just laughed. And then fucking kid TJ was his name, TJ Thomas John. I forget his last name. He's Craig's stepson, my boss. Anyway, so he goes, "Shit, boy, you could get no ass off the toilet seat." And I just stopped and went, that is the single greatest insult of my life. And I just relished it for a moment. And I went, okay, fuck you guys, I'm going. And I went out on a date. It was a horrible date. Oh, is that what Hank Hill is always trying to sell? Poutine? Wu-Tang. Yeah, that's right. The Poutine clan. Fries, barbershop fries, shawarma, lettuce and garlic sauce, and melted cheese. Hell yeah. Anything with melted cheese. One of my favorite things to have is, oddly, just nacho chips, no salt. Real traditional Mexican tortilla chips and melted cheese on it. And I don't want the hot peppers on them. I just love that melted cheese. I love melted cheese. First time I had melted cheese on fries was at a restaurant called Fridays, and it's not the chain. It was a privately owned restaurant that I've told the story of this one because we went there one day.
They were like the McDowell with not golden arch, but arch made of gold.
Well, theirs was just called Fridays. It was it. And it was a nice little bistro and bar. They had a bar too. And I was 18, so I was allowed to go into this place. And I went in there and had my first time ever cheese fries. And I'm like, I don't know about this. And they're like, try them. And I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. I'm not into the sauce. I'm into melted cheese on the chips. That's all I like. I get real fucking cheese, shredded cheese, and put it on my chips and melt it in the oven. It's fucking awesome. Don't do it in the microwave because it can soften the tortilla chips. You got to do it in the oven. So cheddar and Colby Jack. I like Colby Jack. I'm a big fan. My favorite one though is the one that's got pepper in it. I forget what that one's called.
Pepper Jack.
White cheese. Pepper Jack. That's it. Pepper Jack. Really good.
Oh, it's awesome. Freaking love it.
I will melt that on my burgers when I have it. I prefer, with my hamburger, no other cheese. I prefer Pepper Jack cheese on my hamburgers. And by the way, that's a movie, even though you don't mean that, I want to see is Good Boy. I still haven't seen it yet. I want to see that movie. I heard that it's really good, and someone like kind of spoiled it for me because I said, I don't want to watch a movie where the dog gets killed. And they said, oh no, it's not Old Yeller. He survives at the end. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. It's kind of a somber but happy ending to the film. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it.
Kind of.
I agree with this one right here too. I like melted provolone.
Smoked provolone. Ooh.
I like smoke too. I like provolone anyway because like, if I have an like a cheesesteak or even when I have an Italian beef sandwich, I will ask for them to put provolone on it because I like provolone on that kind of meat,
I'm
melted
telling
all
you,
into it. Oh,
I used to like provolone till the day I taste the smoked provolone, and I said I won't go back ever again.
no, I can understand that, but I've had both. And I like them both. But anyway, I need to do my little thing here. Oh, that sounds weird. I got to do my
Yeah,
little thing here. Uh,
raisin.
yeah, phrasing. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So I got to engorge. I'm engorged. I hope you all enjoyed seeing me engorged. There's the mirror. That's my magic mirror. What's up, guys? And this is where I call out the wonderful people in our chat. I see Gambit. I see Snorty. I see Shirley Levasseur. I see 11 Alpha. 11 Alpha's being a good boy today. I see Max. Max is being a good boy today, too. Fuck you for calling me a good boy. I'm not a good boy. Penny was here. Read by nature. And of course, I'm not going to say Jeff. I'm going to say Max. It was Max. And then, but you wrote right after that, Max Damon. So thanks for doing that, Martin. And then, of course, our dear friend Six is here. Whether she's sagacious or whether she's a Jedi, she's always Six. Let's see. Wade was here, my good buddy Wade. And of course, Mephisto is a dear friend of ours. And Vinkman's girl, who we all love. She is so awesome. What I love about her, and Anima loves this too. We've talked about it. Nobody says smash that like button like Vinkman's girl. She always
Oh
comes up
yeah,
with a funny new way of saying it. It's like
I
I've
love
never
her.
seen her use the same thing twice.
She
Like
doesn't.
she does her own thing. Just so we're throwing out some kudos to you guys. And Shirley Levasseur is somebody whom I've known for a long time, and we have a close relationship, a really great past. And I still miss your husband to this day, Shirley. Richard was a great dude. Just what a great couple of people that I was blessed to have in my life. So thanks for being here, Shirley. I am glad you're coming here more often and not just popping in every couple of years. Yes, I am engorged. And I want to thank all of you for being here today and get back to regular screen here. So I liked that show when I was a kid, where with the mirror. I love that ending. I've always wanted to do that. So we're going to get out of here. Just remember, this episode was brought to you by Backdoor Beaver with real beaver anal gland butter. And it's also brought to you by Keith Glare. He's always judging you. Remember. And remember that time? Remember that time? I couldn't remember the time we tried remembering. Remember? That's
Not really.
from that is from the band The Beat Farmers, who I love. I love the Beat Farmers. That is a punk country band. It's real. It's a punk country band from Texas. Good old boys. Fucking love that shit. They did a little song, Happy Boy. You don't know that song? Find it now. It's called The Beat Farmers, Happy Boy. And you will thank me tomorrow for that song.
We'll see.
Fucked up and funny. Who's in San Diego? Oh, the Beat Farmers? Did they move to
I
San
suppose.
Diego? I wouldn't be surprised because they had to get out of where the
No,
one
he
dude was
says they
from.
are from there originally.
Oh, they're from
He doesn't
San
say-
Diego.
he doesn't say they're
I
in
thought the
there.
lead singer. I thought the lead singer was from Texas, and he's the one that died. The one with the deep voice. I'm a happy boy. That guy's voice was incredible. Which movie will you guys proceed to talk about on Monday?
The great. It's an Italian name.
Who's in it?
The Great Santini.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the movie that I have never watched for a reason, because I saw a scene from it, thanks to Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, and it reminded me of my dad too much, and I didn't want to watch it. And it's the only reason I haven't seen it. Signed your base. No shit. That's fucking cool. Wrap the like button like a fur coat. There you go. Doing her shit. I love it. Nice beaver. Hey, had it stuffed myself. Thank you. So we're going to get the hell out of here, guys. So we will see you again on Montag. We will talk about the movie The Great Santini. And I have to watch it this weekend. It's like, and it's going to still remind me of my dad. So I'm going to probably be struggling through that shit. Yay. How do you sign a fish? I don't know.
Please tell us.
Is it like this? Hi? Is that how you sign a fish? You can tune a fork, but you can't tune a fish. I know that. That's for the band from Rockford, Illinois, REO Speedwagon. It was their fucking album name. You can tune a fork, but you can't tune a fish. All right, we're out of here. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.